It was going to be Cloud Kingdom. I actually did not even have time to vote because I thought Andre said it was Cloud Kingdom, so I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to vote. But regardless, Daybreak is another is another map. They're both actually talking about the viabilities of Bio. And yeah, like we were talking about how you can stop those kinds of pushes. It's just difficult. It requires good decision making. It takes clever tactics, I would say.
Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit how to deal with that.
How to deal with the mech push? Or deal with openings.
How to deal with a meching Terran that is going Hellion, Banshee, Viking, was it just Hellion? And Raven. And you're going Bio, and they're taking a quick third, and you feel like you can't really do anything about that third base. The main thing that you want to focus on is getting that air. If you can control air in that position, then you're actually able to get in, get out. You can lift up, you can go ahead and obviously just be a lot more mobile than your opponent. So you choose the battles whether or not you want them or not. And theoretically should be able to do that. I mean, your opponent has invested a lot into the factories. Most of the time they get, as we said, a Banshee, they get Ravens, and then they get a couple of Vikings. Well, you need to take advantage of the fact that they only can get a couple of Vikings. So you get your 2 medevacs, and then you get your Vikings over and over and over again. And it really empowers your Bio, which is really weird to say, but obviously it helps out oh so much when that battle actually comes into fruition.
Yeah, and I think with that kind of control that you have, I think it would be really nice. But again, it's hard. Like I think Major, it's so simple because hard. I mean that's kind of the idea. Like mech requires good decision making, but once you get that good spot, there's no way to take it back forcefully. You know, that's why people are very. That's why I'm always impressed when I see a huge siege break or something like that, and you're able to really deal with it. We'll see what happens. We do see a command center first once again from Everize. He is chatting a lot, saying it is a lot harder to play on the Korean server with lag, but
yeah. You know, I agree. I used to play both these players so much.
You actually played Everize not too long ago.
Yeah,
right?
I played Everize not too long ago. Juan, I used to play with him. He was actually on Team Light back in the day.
Oh man, how long ago was this? How many teams ago was this?
And he was on another name that I didn't know was him at the time, but he was complete, he was complete trash back then.
Was this when he was still training in Brood War?
Yeah, he was still training in Brood War, and he was just smurfing all over the place.
It's like the Ghosty Terran, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, he was Ghosty Terran. He was, oh my god, so many different ones. He was, I don't want to even get into it. But anyway, we used to train together all the time. And finally, I feel like as he's grown, obviously he started to mature a lot more. And as he's matured, his training schedules have become just ridiculous. I've seen such a vast improvement in him and his work ethic ever since the StarCraft Brood War days. And it's really awesome to actually see that because he always has been such a talent, just hasn't been able to really materialize it.
Yeah, I think Major is one of those guys that people have been very unfair to because he's just been playing very well recently, but everyone's like saying, yeah, like Major's so good. But it wasn't that long ago before everyone kind of thought of him as like this joke of a player. And it's because he went underground for so long, people forgot about him because he went to train with TSL for the longest time. And then people didn't even know if he was in Korea or not. It was one of those situations where it's like, is he still there kind of thing? Like, I don't know. It's like, I thought he was telling you that he was staying in TSL. Like, no. And then people found out he actually went back to Mexico, but he wanted to train in Korea again and all these different things. But in the end, after all of it's been said and done, and after all the haters have had their share, Major's the one who's been showing up to tournaments and people have been paying attention to him a lot more. And I would say that he's one of the guys that I think would represent North America very well at the World Championships. So I would definitely. I'm very proud to say that he's gotten a lot better, just like you said, Andre. And he showed it. In the last game, he went mech, did very well, made really good decisions. And now he's going in for game number 2, starting off with Banshees yet again.
Yeah, being way too close to this Xel'Naga tower, there definitely could have been indicators to let Everize know that there is a potential Banshee threat. Everize is dead, by the way. With all this chat that they've gone through, Cloak Banshees actually destroys you. You're dead. GG. You have no engineering bay, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, it's always one of those situations where you have to get that timing, but most Terrans they know what timing the Banshee should be coming, right? It's the 7-minute around there. You should really be able to expect Cloak. But now Everize he's losing a lot more than he should in this scenario. And Majors has to micro pretty well. I mean, his Cloak's about to run out anyways. Even by the time a turret gets up, his Banshee will be out of there, but he will have a second Banshee as well. Wow, this is really frustrating as well, man. I've been in this kind of situation where
oh
it's like,
god, he scans and the Cloak finishes. He should have sort of known that.
Yeah.
And the second one's coming in there. So this is a total of 3 mules that he's already killed. 1 with the scan and 2 via the Banshee.
This is really, really, really tough. And I mean, yes, technically he does have double orbital and he can utilize that. But I mean, the scans is what he needs to kind of pull even. You know, he's lost so much mine time that he's losing workers. And this is getting way, way out of hand. And actually, another scan. Oh, man. This is just a Major with great mind games with the Banshee, really outplaying his opponent. Oh, gosh.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. GG.
GG. And that is a great explanation of why you have to be a little bit more safe than that. But, yeah, I mean, what can you really do in that situation unless you're really purely taking a risk and getting a super engineering or super early engineering bay kind of thing?
Well, normally you build that into it no matter what. I mean, getting the engineering bay always helps. You get it, especially if it's gas first, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. If it's not gas first, you get it 6 minutes. That way it always finishes by either the 6-minute, 30-second mark or the 7-minute respectively. And that will be in time for any potential Banshees. That should have happened, should have been done. It wasn't. He was trying to cut corners.
Yeah.
It's a very needless corner to cut. It's like not getting a Roach Warren in PVZ. Why? It's 150 minerals, man.
And I mean, you can kind of scale back. I'm like, well, I lose a drone and I lose 3 more drones I could be making, and everyone's like counting the drones on their fingers. But well, basically, we're gonna that does it. We see Major advances to the semifinals. Do we know who else advanced to the semifinals? Let's go ahead and ask our technical director while we do our sponsors list. Let's thank our sponsors. Starting from the top, we want to thank Epson, the #1 projector brand worldwide. Epson offers a full line of bright projectors with brilliant image quality. Visit epson.com/projectors for details.
Azo monitors are the monitor supply here at the North American Star League. Check them out at azo.com/NA.
Thank you to Kingston HyperX and their fantastic line of memory and SSDs, as well as their funny commercials. Those are great, especially the one with Huck. I love them. Check them out at kingston.com/us/memory/HyperX.
GameMinder is the reminder application that lets you remember basically every single game that comes out that you want to remind yourself about. Go over to handleabra.com/product/GameMinder for more information and, of course, the awesome app.
Thank you to iBuyPower, the PC company that is currently having a sale on their pre-assembled PCs. If you want it, a discount. It's a Labor Day sale. It's only going on for a couple more days. Go to iBuyPower.com where you can get everything you need. It's great. It's great and it's cheap. Again, iBuyPower.com.
And don't forget our lovely people over at Twitch.tv. They are awesome. We love you.
Twitch.tv is awesome. You guys are great. Thank you also to Tropical, the DJ that's music that you are currently listening to, as well as in between commercial breaks. If you want his information or his music, check him out at soundcloud.com/tropical-official.
And don't forget about our HD Pass. For $16, you can get it over at NASL.tv. It's 20% off, and if you get it before the season starts, you'll be a happy camper.
All right, so guys, that does it for us. Once again, go vote for your fan favorite in the NASL Gauntlet. We only have like 100 votes thus far. We want more people to be talking about who they want to fight for the Gauntlet. Other than that, we'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific for the semifinals and the finals. Find out if Major will be able to take it or another player like Revival will not be stopped. We'll find out who goes into the last spot of Season 4 tomorrow with Mr. Ben and Rotterdam. Until then, peace out, stay safe, and have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.